until you came.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's Brenda here. So as a digital brand manager by day and career coach by night, I'm here to tell you about all things branding when it comes to your career and your business. So let's go. All right, so this week I wanted to focus on trust. So have you ever had this happen to you where you feel like your manager's micromanaging you, they're not really giving you any real projects to lead, and they're always just asking questions about your work to explain your reasoning and not really trusting you? Now, this could be due to a lot of reasons, but I really believe a big one is around trust. So that's what I'll teach you guys today, to really help you build that trust and rapport with your manager in the hopes to removing some of the problems I had just mentioned. So make sure you keep watching to see the 3-step formula in how I do it. So with any good relationship, it needs to have trust. When was the last time that you had a friendship or a relationship that actually lasted without trust? That same rule applies when it comes to work relationships. And the most important one to have at all at work is the one with your manager, because they're the ones that are calling the shots on their team, they're the ones that are giving you the projects, and they're the ones that are responsible for your performance reviews. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty bad at networking. I'm not great at playing office politics, and I'm just not that type of employee that has weekly coffee catch-ups with their seniors and their managers to network. But I'm telling you now, you don't need to have that, and there are still ways to really build up that trust with your manager. But what I do believe in is building real relationships that cannot be faked, because real relationships have more substance, depth, and they're longer lasting. All right, so now I get into my 3-step formula around building trust. Step 1, solution-oriented hard work. All right, so you might be sitting there thinking, that's pretty self-explanatory. Working hard, I already do that. Well, it's a slight alteration on that. So the saying, work smarter, not harder, exists for a reason, and I'm about to go into what solution-oriented hard work actually means. So think about it this way. Your manager is going to give you project A, B, C, because that's where they think that you should focus your energy on, and that's where the outputs should be. And that's not wrong. You should do that work. But just because you have project A, B, and C doesn't mean that's where you should be focusing 100% of your time all of the time. So this does require a little bit of looking deeper, so to understand the business's objectives as well as your team's objectives, because what you'll be able to see is it project A or B or C that's more important and business critical at the time. And let's say you're able to see it's project C and you're able to deliver that first, then you'll definitely be seen in a better light, both in terms of your manager and the business as well. So the other strategy around solution-oriented hard work is understanding not only where your manager thinks they want you to focus your energy, but you need to understand where you should be focusing your energy so that the output that you produce will put your manager in a better position for who they report into. Because what you've been able to do here is provide a solution for a problem that they didn't even realize they had, or they didn't even know how to go about solving it, which ultimately puts them in a better position for who they report into, which will only mean good things for you. So on to my step number 2, openness and authenticity. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but in my 5-6 years of working in corporate, and everywhere I go, it varies from different industries, from different companies, but I see a lot of fake energy. Like, hey, how are you? Oh my God, your dress is so nice. Oh my God, did you read that article? Now, I don't mean to offend anyone, because I do admire people that have this level of energy, but personally for me, it's just not something that I can sustain or do. And sometimes I find I can see through if it's genuine or not, and if it's just a bit overdone. So I really do think managers can see through this as well, but maybe some managers like this and it's just the way that they are and they like communicating. But what I found has worked for me the most with all my managers in the past is just being really real and open and authentic. So what does this actually mean? You're not going to be perfect all the time. You're going to fuck up, and you're going to have days where your mental health has fallen to shit. It's okay to apologize and laugh at a mistake you made and say you'll do better next time. It's okay to call in sick because you need a mental health day. It's okay to be honest about who you really are and not put on a fake corporate personality, because they're human too. And it's likely that they've gone through the same things, the same feelings and emotions. And if you're able to relate to them on a human level, it really just shows the authenticity of who you are as a person. Oh, that got a little deep. But that's what I love about this. I love sharing parts of myself. Okay, so getting back on track. So step 3 of the formula is creating positive advocates. So what I found through my career and my coaching business is that how other people around you talk about you, it's so much more effective than how you talk about yourself to other people. I mean, that's why word of mouth marketing and viral marketing is insane, because it's so hard to replicate. I mean, you probably can, but you probably need to sell a liver. So creating and having advocates and references in your career is the same thing. The more people that you have saying positive things about you to your managers and your seniors, it builds up this trust in their eyes and puts you in a much better light. So this does take a little bit of work nurturing your network and your relationships, but really if you're a reliable person, you deliver things that you say you will deliver, you really just help make people's lives a bit easier, and you're generally an all-round positive person, this is a great foundation to really building those positive advocates. So I could go on for days on how to build your career and your brand using trust, but I'll be creating a lot more content that digs a little deeper into this. So I hope today I've left you some good takeaways to think about on how to utilize this to your advantage and work towards that next pay rise or promotion. So as always, please like, comment, and subscribe for more career tips and branding advice, and see you next week, guys.